honor, whatever he will teach, whether mathematics or science or English, you are fully ready to receive that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It will be very, very important.
Well, we're talking a lot on the teachers this morning and the schooling, you know, and way from the students' perspective, as well as from the teachers' perspective. So before the school year start on the 6th of February, let us change 2023.
Yeah.
And if you were in year 9, you started high school last year. When you go back, whichever level that you were in, try and write one of your notes to say it's a personal development, because your listening is supposed to be your personal development. Apart from your personal development, like for us, then my listening increased to my duty as a spouse, and then it increased further my duty to my children, and further to my grandchildren. So the list differ according to the age group that you're in. But for you students, your personal development. So if you know that you have been disrespecting your teachers in school, try and go back this year, a changed person, a better version of yourself.
I bet they will improve with their character, they will improve with their manner, and especially their marks.
Yes,
at the
it
end,
will be amazing.
At the end of the year, because of what I've shared before, you'll start to respect and honor. The download will be more easy, and there'll be an easy access in whatever that you don't understand are not clear. You have a clear communication with your tutor or with your teacher.
And it goes back to the attitude,
Yes.
which we had emphasis a little bit during the youth symposium as well. The attitude, what we were sharing with the children, regardless of how they are good academically, you know, they are very good, regardless on how good they are, but when they have the wrong attitude, surprisingly, if you're really, really smart, I mean, if you can recall in school, you know, on how some of the students, they don't need to study, they're always like the frontliners in everything. And you have some like average, they really need to study. And you have some below average, that they really, really need to study just to make it through. But it's amazing for me, when I look back, some of those students that are below average or average, they seem to do much, much better than most of us that are frontliners.
Because of that?
Yes, because of the attitude. And that's what, you know, we were sharing with the children. It depends on your attitude. So if you get to hear this, for those of you school children, in whichever level, can be primary, can be high school or secondary, or can be even tertiary. It's the attitude. Your attitude, you know, it defines the altitude of the level of your achievement, and also the level of your marks, like what you mentioned. And it really depends. So when you identify all those things, then you write it down. If it's an attitude towards your teacher, then you write it down. Like what you mentioned, I remember back then when we used to get in the bus, it's amazing. Like there's no, you don't say it out. If I'm sitting at the front, or if children are sitting at the front, as soon as we see an elderly